Hi guys, this video is brought to you by me not being mad but not really wanting to talk to anybody. I've been wanting to clean the family home for a while now, and now is as good a time as any. It needs an intense declutter and an intense deep clean. There's some real life hoarding buried alive shit going on here. So I figured why not make a clean with me / video this experience to motivate anybody who might need to get some serious work done. We've been here forever, all of my siblings and I grew up here, so yeah, it needs work. I am going to start in the basement. Thanks for watching. Let's get to it.
So as you can see, these rooms back here are horrifying. This is as deep as you can go into the basement, and there is stuff everywhere. And then this is the second to deepest room in the basement. It's time to dig in. Guys, this process felt so redundant because everything was in boxes, but I had to take them out to go through the materials so then I could then organize them in boxes that made sense to me, so then we could categorize them and then KonMari them once the categories were created. So you'll see in these clips, I'm starting to find sentimental items, some old artwork that I did a few years ago, and it's really just apparent to me how important it is to take care of your stuff and stay on top of it so it doesn't get bad.
It probably looks like I did absolutely nothing in here, but I actually do have piles. This is a box of VHS and DVD. This is a bag of moldy fabrics, things that have to be tossed. These are Goodwill clothing that I need to wash. Recycling. It's organized chaos.
And then it's time to start doing laundry for the clothes, because one thing about this house, there were clothes stuffed into just about every corner that you could possibly get them into. So after I started my first few loads, I went ahead and started writing down categories. These aren't the exact KonMari categories, but I needed them to be a little bit more specific for my organizing purposes. And then you'll see me here affixing the labels to each box, and I'm telling you, this made life so much easier, especially as I continued on into the other parts of this deep basement disaster. Blind. Once I got the room that was furthest back pretty much organized into boxes, I went into the room that was right ahead of it, and this room was crazy terrible for me because there were planks, there was furniture and exercise equipment everywhere, so it just was insane. Here you see me tossing a bunch of contraceptives because they were not recyclable, but keeping the boxes because those could be recycled. This was an extremely hard experience for me because as somebody who cares so much about the earth, I mean, where else are we gonna live? It's so hard for me to throw things out, so I made a huge effort to recycle as much as we could, and even some of the fabric that I knew it really wasn't good enough to donate or good enough to sell, I'm still hanging on to so that we can eventually recycle that with a fabric recycling company. So before I even started cleaning, we actually purchased several dehumidifiers so we could kind of get them in every nook and cranny, but I'm also going to go over and spray as much as I can with this anti-mold spray. This is a basement, so it's going to accumulate water, and I just want to take care of everything. So this is our situation by the end of day 3. In the middle we have our categories of stuff to go through, and on the far left and far right we have some electronics to recycle and a drum set to sell over in the corner. I wish I would have gotten more footage of me and my mom going through everything, but I didn't feel like setting up the lighting, and there was just so much to do. I literally did anything I could to throw away only what couldn't be recycled. Like, I'm taking the boxes out and everything to recycle them. So here I am sorting through the household items that we wanted to keep, and my first plan of action was to organize our cleaning products. I really wanted to focus my energy on the basement, but something I realized as you KonMari your home or do a KonMari style of decluttering and just taking inventory of what you own, you're gonna have to have specific homes for all of these things. I mean, as Marie Kondo says. And sometimes that means stopping to clear out the very space that is going to be the place where you put those products. Does that make sense? So this is me deep cleaning and organizing our laundry room so that every cleaning product in the house, which we're not going to sell or toss, but every single cleaning product in the house now has a home where it specifically belongs. So you can barely tell, but I am walking into and out of the garage, and when I do, it is so hard for me to get by because the space in this room is not organized very well. It's just a small room with doors on both sides. And I'm gonna show you in just a second when I show you the clean finished product how small and cramped this room is. It made a huge difference to organize things properly.
Go crazy.
Blind. So as you can see, there's the door back into the house to the left and the door to the garage on the right, and barely any space in between. So yeah, it was cray-cray. So before I started filming this video, I had actually cleaned another room in our basement, and a lot of the clothing that was in that other room, I kind of squashed it into the back with the rest of the chaos in those rooms. If y'all couldn't tell from the start of this video, those rooms became a catch-all. So here I am doing laundry because we have so many beautiful pieces to donate and to sell. Here I am at one of my many Goodwill trips.
Frank go crazy.
Blind. These drums had pretty much not been touched since my brother moved out several years ago, so I had to give them a pretty decent wipe down before we could sell them. So here I am giving this room its first vacuum in very many years. Those sponges in the corner are going to be donated to the dog shelter, and in the left hand corner we have some things that need to get fixed and some things that are going to be stored in this room once we get the carpets pulled up. This room still looks really crowded from this angle, but all it is the drum set to sell, some rebounders to sell, and metal to recycle. It is crazy how much you can accomplish in just a few days when you really get down to it. These rooms you couldn't even walk in them before, so I am happy, and
I just want to thank you guys so much for watching this video. It is probably the longest one I've ever done, so if you're still here, you're a real one. Let me know if you enjoyed this. This is a huge endeavor, so it kind of makes me feel accomplished, not only to get rid of so much stuff, but also to be able to look at the process and be like, damn, I did that. Next step is the main floor, which includes the garage, so honey. I also literally just sold that drum set maybe 10 minutes ago, so I think I'll start the vlog off showing you what those two basement rooms look like now that there's literally like nothing in there. But there's still a lot of work to be done. We do have a contractor. We're going to get the floors pulled up and just repairs that needed to be done. I also would love to show you guys the design process of how I'm going to decorate those rooms and really utilize them to their full effect once we get the flooring out and we can start placing everything where it needs to be. So if you guys are into these kinds of videos, let me know. If there's something else you'd like to see from me, let me know that as well. If you're looking to purchase some things a sustainable way, as in not creating more consumer demand, please feel free to check out my Poshmark, my Mercari, and my OfferUp. We have some top-notch stuff that we are selling right now, and we're really trying to get rid of it, so it's not expensive at all. Thank you so much again. I adore you guys, and I will see you in the next video.